Hello, Jeremy. Welcome in the IND. You were already once with the IND, with IND Meets. But before, did you ever hear anything about the IND?
Yeah, I did because one of my old, one of the persons we hired when I was at Fork and Stable Media, when I had my own company, he studied here actually. This was a long time ago, yeah.
Good. And what exactly are you doing now?
Well, right now I work for Google in Germany. It's for DACH, so Germany, Austria, and Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do is I go and inspire and motivate people to do things.
Okay, that's why you have such a, what's exactly your title?
Yeah, my title is Creative Evangelist.
Yes, and that's really funny. So what exactly does that mean? Because it sounds a little bit religious.
Yeah, well, I guess religious in a way that it's about getting people excited about doing things, and I guess religion tries to do that, or used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do is I work with companies like BMW, like Vodafone or Telecom, and creative agencies, and go and tell them, okay, this is how the world used to be, which is a lot of them still live in that world, and this is how it's changed, and how can we help you move ahead to where the world is going today.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly something we also try here at the IND, and you already see it then, because I probably think the person working for you at your last office, that he was someone from the Institute of Graphic Design, and this year actually you're seeing us with 30 years Institute of Design in Hamburg, and in the meantime we also have Düsseldorf, Berlin. Did you somehow see that already, or did you hear about maybe?
The other...
That they are, yes?
I haven't, no.
You haven't, no.
No.
And so actually it's not so important nowadays that you have cities and places to be, you know. I think you are traveling a lot. What is your idea about having special places to be?
I think it's important to have a home, because obviously as people, we like to have a home, and know that I think it was in, it was probably in 1997 or 98, Jay Chai and Chai Day tried to have an office where there was no fixed desktop, workplace. And what people ended up doing is they would go and they would try to make a place their own.
Okay.
So I think it just proves, yes, obviously today we can travel a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
but I think everybody likes to have a home to some degree.
Yeah, exactly. And the idea that everything is open source or online, what's your opinion about learning and teaching, and not having someone like me or like you telling the people exactly standing before you? What's your opinion about open source?
That's an really interesting question. My kids, I have two boys, and they go to Montessori school, but they still have to go. I mean, they go there and they learn. But I think a lot of the schools, not this one, because I'm not quite sure of your curriculum and how your structure is, but I think if you look at a lot of schools today, they're based on the industrial age, where you have someone up front and they try to get them excited. But actually, is school really meant? School it's almost like a place where it's not real, because you're learning, but they have this idea of fake competition to some degree to get you ready for the real world. But a lot of times what you learn in school isn't, you know some basics and stuff, like obviously at some age, like reading, writing, arithmetic. But I think I think there's better models out there. But I think it's something we have to work on.
Yeah, exactly, because it's always the question. Of course, it's cheaper. If you wouldn't have the human resources, you would have it cheaper. You would time you would have it online, or once you would have a speech, and then you would have online all the time. But then you lose the passion and also the material contact to all these wonderful things we have in design. And actually, it's a very, very good theme, but I don't either see a solution yet, actually.
Yeah.
Of course, I would also hope that they still need people like us in the future.
I think people will always learn from other people. I don't think any technology is going to get rid of that at the moment. I think at some point, obviously, we're going to augment our learning through artificial intelligence or through online or digital or whatever, but I still think this personal contact is immensely important.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope you come another time, maybe some workshops, or also maybe that you will come to our students to teach us something really wonderful, because every time you're here, I'm really inspired. Thank you very much.
Thank you.